Hello everyone and welcome to a first thoughts on gameplay footage video for Blood Bowl 3. We'll split the video up into 3 sections. We'll do section 1, which is pre-game. We'll go and look at the stuff that you can see before you jump in. We'll do some in-game footage and then I'll give you my overall thoughts on this beta version of Blood Bowl 3. So first thing I think we've got here is we've got a much more simplified menu than Blood Bowl 2, or indeed in Blood Bowl 1. We've got home, play, and teams. So if you want to play a game, you click play. If you want to go and look at your teams, it's teams. And this is your home screen. You can also quite easily build a new team from here, or just dive straight into a quick match. So I think this is much sleeker than in Blood Bowl 2. We'll click new team. And in this version of the closed beta version, we've only got 3 teams to pick from. This is sort of an alpha build, really. We've got Black Orcs, we've got Pro Elves, and we've got Imperial Nobility. So the Imperial Nobility are a combination of the old Human and Bretonnian teams sort of smashed together. Elven Union are indeed Pro Elves, or Elven Union from the Blood Bowl 2 release. And Black Orcs are absolutely not like Orcs. They're a hybrid team, kind of like Lizard Men and Orcs thrown together. So you get 6 Black Orcs with new skills that have not been seen in Blood Bowl 2 before. And then the Goblins fulfill the role of the Skink type players. And you've got 1 Troll, which would be, I kind of think, the Croxigor. So we'll dive in and we'll build one of the teams. In fact, we'll build an Orc team. We'll build that. Create a team name here. And this actually also, like in Blood Bowl 2, do you want to build a team yourself, or do you want the balanced template? So we'll build this ourselves, and click confirm. Over here, this is your amount of money you've currently got, and that's the current team value you're actually at. So we start with 1 million credits, like usual, and we spent nothing. You can see here you're 0 of 1 on the Troll. We are 0 of 12 on the Linemen or the Goblins, and 0 of 6 on the Black Orcs. You've got the costings next to it. So we'll buy a trained Troll. There is Troll and Trained Troll in the overall version, so that is important. And the reason for that is that the Loner skill is a +3, not a +4 like normal for Loner. One other thing just to quickly call out, or 2 other things on the skill tree here. Mighty Blow +1. In Blood Bowl 2020, we've got Mighty Blow +2 on some players. That is not advanceable to, you either have it or don't. And it's pretty much, well, it's exclusively on star players. No, it's not, it's pretty much on star players. And then we've also got Projectile Vomit, which is a ranged attack, akin to the sort of a stab skill in Blood Bowl 2. But Trolls get it, so instead of wanting to block with them, you might choose to Projectile Vomit all over someone. We've also got here the skill trees. So we've got, everything's quite clearly labelled. General is a secondary or a double skill. I think maybe that could be renamed to doubles. And then primary strength skill, and then secondary, and you can't have any mutations. In Blood Bowl 3, you are going to be able to pick your stat increases or your level ups by spending star player points. The costings have gone up, and the amount of star player points you need have also gone up. But you were going to be able to pick, so that will reduce some of the randomization and the frustration factor for some of the teams, which I personally think is a good idea. So we'll recruit the Troll. We'll dive in. We'll pick up a few Black Orcs. Now, at the moment, you do have to add these one at a time to the cart, which is over here. And you can see now I've got 2 of 6 because I flicked the Black Orcs twice. So we will recruit all 6 Black Orcs. There we go. So that gives me 7 players, and then we'll buy the Goblins. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we'll pick up a couple of rerolls. And I'm just going to mouse over these. So something that's not in Blood Bowl 2. We've got dedicated fans, which for streamers I think is brilliant. So you can be a dedicated fan rather than a fair weather fan. And in fact, they are described as fair weather fans if you want to read the tooltip there. We've got assistant coaches and we've got cheerleaders. They do the same things they did in Blood Bowl 2, but they are graphically represented on the side of the pitch, which you'll see later on in the video. We'll hit confirm. Now, because this is an alpha build, or sorry, a closed beta build, things do take just a moment or two to sort of wash through. That symbol there is it's saving everything. Dive over to players. So you can see there we've got all those things. This is laid out in the same way as 2, where you've got all the stat increases, stats, and then the skills. What we will do now is we're going to rename a Black Orc. So the customization has its own tab that hopefully tells you a little bit about how much you can change on this game. So let's go to customization, and we'll call it AndyDavo. So that's one thing you can do with it. And you can now also, they haven't released different models yet, but you're going to be able to change the head. You're going to be able to change both shoulder pads, both arms, and the body. So, like in tabletop, you might want to change around the model a little bit. You're going to be able to do that on here. So I'm just going to turn down the volume. I think the game volume is quite loud. Sorry, apologies. This was going to be a non-edited version. I think we're going to still stick with the non-edited version. You're just going to have to follow that through for a second. There we go. So you can edit an individual player. What you can also do with them is you're going to be able to change the player so it actually looks different as well. So if you go customization of team, we've got jersey emblem, cheerleaders, coaches, stadium, and motto. So we'll just go through these backwards. So in the stadium, at the moment, we've only got the 3 for the 3 races. I would fully expect this to fill up. I mean, look, they've left space for more. And in the Blood Bowl 3 tabletop rules, Blood Bowl 2020 rules, you've got individual stadiums have different things they can do. Things like the Dark Elf Stadium has the Kraken. I'm expecting these stadiums to then have their own rules if you want to select it and if you want to switch it on. Like in Blood Bowl 2, you've got the Wizard Stadium and the Bribe Stadium and stuff. I think this will be another element just to add a little bit of extra life into the game overall. Or just select what pitch you want to play on. So that's stadiums. We've got coaches, which at the moment, you can choose whether you want a star. Pick one of these 3 star players. Do you want Griff Overwald, who I must say, bit of a handsome devil. We've got Eldril Sidewinder. Doesn't have the hypnotic gaze, although his eyes don't look as unusual. And we'll have a quick look at the cheerleaders. So they've got a cheerleader for each race at the moment. So you've got an Orc cheerleader. You've got a Pro Elf cheerleader. I'm not allowed to show the loincloth flip, I'm afraid. So if she does it, I'm going to have to click off. No, you'll have to watch the gameplay for that. And then we've got an Imperial Ability cheerleader, which I think looks pretty cool. But the single biggest thing that they've put into the customization is this screen here. So in this screen, you can select an emblem which you've got on the player's shoulder armor there. Look, so if we just select the this log, it's changed, and there's 8 pages of them. So let's select an Orc one. We can have a pattern on the armor. So if we have thorns, you'll see that thorns have now appeared on the armor. And then individually, we can change the colours of the players. Hang on a second, that's bugged out. Oh, it's still loading. There we go. Right, main colour. So if we go and look through, I don't know, let's pick out a colour that's really going to stand out. So let's have yellow. So you saw all the main parts of the body armour have just suddenly gone yellow. The secondary colour, which is currently that grey colour there, which I think is his arm, we'll make that go black. Oh, it's the shoulder, it's these bits there. And then the third colour, let's see if we can find maybe a blue or something that will stand out. There we go. So you can change that so your team can absolutely belong to you. There is no reason why you need to play against anyone else with that team. I mean, I don't know who built a yellow and black and blue Black Orc, but I have, and it's mine. So I think that's incredible. It is also customizable once you've played some games. That's massive as well. as is renaming the player. So you might have AndyDavo the Black Orc, and then as he gets a smashed hip, AndyDavo the Slow, or as he gets stronger, AndyDavo the Brute. You're going to be able to rename your player and add a little bit of extra colour and flavour to that player throughout his career, which I think is absolutely incredible. So I think they get a massive 10 out of 10 for this. It's a little bit slow, but then it's a beta version, so I don't care about any of that. I think the ideas here are brilliant. So that's the sort of the out-of-game stuff. Let's dive in and have a quick look at some in-game stuff. In fact, actually, I'm not going to put any in-game stuff in, and I'm not going to edit that either. I'm going to go straight over to the final bit of the video, which is going to be my sort of thoughts. I'm going to do an in-game video. I'll do one with each of the 3 races. So if you want to check that out, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and then you'll see those. I'll release one later on today or tomorrow, and then one at each of the next 2 days. So you'll see gameplay footage for all 3 races, and I just do a full game. So I think overall, I think we need to remember that this is a beta version of the game. There is a lot to fix. Mostly of that is inside the game, but hidden within this, I think there's a core of an absolutely smashing game. If anyone's old enough to remember Blood Bowl 2, you'll remember sort of what a misery that was when it released. It was full of bugs, holes, and it just didn't work. However, they went on and fixed it. And me personally, I've got 6,500 hours logged in Blood Bowl 2. So I think that's a testament to how much they can change something and how much they did change the last version of this game. Things I think they need to fix are the camera, which you'll see in the next video, the player art and lighting. The players don't pop out quite as clearly as they need to. A core bit of the game at the moment is not in the game, which is redrafting. They need to put that in as it's part of the core design and balance of the game. The dice logs and display logs are not clear enough. They need to fix those. The toggles for skills and tackle zones, they need some extra toggles and they need to be clearer. The game log is not as good as in Blood Bowl 2, and then the event log is also not great. It's a bit unclear as to who's doing what and when. But reasons to be delighted. It's on the new rules, which I think is going to massively improve the collaboration between tabletop and the video game. There is a time bank or a chess clock, which is included in the game, and that is probably the single biggest win across the whole thing. They have put that in, and the sheer level of customization that they have considered so far in the game, I think is brilliant. And it also leads me on to think that they probably will continue that vein throughout the rest of the game. So your league management options and stuff like that, I would hope that they will give super customization there. Overall, I think this game, there is a lot of hope. I think we need to stay positive and wait for the pushed back February 2022 release date. In the comments below, I want you to leave what you think they need to consider, what you want to see in the game. And then over the next 3 videos, please do leave any comments for bugs that you've spotted that I might not have talked about. I will pass all your feedback on to Cyanide. We've got a direct line to them, so that'll help. The more people who comment on something, the higher up that is likely to go up their bug list to fix. Or if it's a feature you can't see and you want, put it in the comment section, because if loads of people ask for it, they will probably do it. Over the next few days, we'll have a gameplay video. So we'll do a Black Orc, a Pro Elf, and a Bretonian video, or Imperial Nobility video, sorry. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.